What is up, and welcome to Hot Take, where we chill out and listen to some music together and maybe learn a little bit here and there. I'm Toby A.K.A. Kushing from the T&D channel. Make sure you check out everything we do. And today we're going to be checking out Stagger Lee off of Shakedown Street. This is a great one. I love to hear the song live. I do remember it on the album being a little bit weird, and so I wanted to go back and listen to it again. I was looking up some stuff about because I remember it was a real guy, but I couldn't remember his name. So he went by Lee Shelton. He was a pimp in St. Louis, Missouri, St. Louis, and he killed Billy Lyons. And so I was kind of looking over it, and so the story is pretty much the same, but I just noticed that this was kind of like a passed down song. So the first one on record is Stagger Lee Blues, which is by Warring's Pennsylvanians, and it was released 1923. And then the next big one we had Lloyd Price, which was in 1959, and his reached number one on the billboards, and I think that one was just called Stagger Lee. And then we had the Deads that came out 1978 on Shakedown Street. So it's like it's been passed down amongst musicians, this story of this old pimp, just because I'm sure it's just one of those tales, but I'm surprised that it was true. And so we're going to go in and we're going to check out Stagger Lee. Well, again, I have to stop it right away. One of the weirdest intros to a song I've ever heard. First off, they're doing like this kind of like, it reminds me of like 70s kids TV shows, that tone on the clav, it's like bap, bap. I can see like a Sesame Street or something doing that. So it's got this weird childish playful thing coming in, and then it throws you into the story. I've always thought that was just so abrupt to be like, all right, 1940 Xmas, it's like laying the scene for you, but it kind of awkwardly jumps into it, and I've just never been able to talk to anyone about that.
Over town, Stagger Lee met Billy the Lion, and he blew that poor boy down. Do you know what he shot him for? What do you make of that? 'Cause Billy the Lion.
There's a couple things going on in there that I can't really pick out. So we got this really funky clav, which I love. I'm starting to hear a little slide guitar. That was probably Jerry on the slide guitar. I hear some steps in the background that almost sound like horns. I'm not sure if it's the mixture of like the rhythm guitar with the clav kind of making that sound, and maybe there's like a little organ back there. Let me run it back just a second, because I think I hear horns.
They shot him for, what do you make of that? 'Cause Billy didn't lie through the lucky dice, one Stagger Lee Stetson head.
It's hard to tell. Like, I really think it might just be the rhythm with the clav kind of mixing and making that sound, but there's moments to where it almost sounds like there's like some trumpet back there. And there may be. I just have to, they really mixed it well if it is. And there's your slide.
Tell me how can this be? You arrest the girls for turning tricks, but you're scared of Stagger Lee.
Oh, this sounds like there's two separate slide guitar tracks. I'm not sure if he played, if it was like a dobro or steel slide. I think it was steel slide, but there sounds like there's one over here that's doing a lot of the kind of flowy Hawaiian slides, and then the one in my right ear seems to be like plucking more. Even could be a banjo or something. I really haven't heard this album version in so long. I'm having to go back and check out some of these instruments.
Scared of Stagger Lee. Stagger Lee is a man, and he shot my Billy D. Bio, go get him, or give the job to me.
not sure yet. I still think it might be a banjo, or it might just be the panning of the steel slide. Maybe they had it going back and forth, but I almost think there's a banjo back there. I'm making up instruments in this bitch now.
Sweet Delia D. How the hell can I arrest him? He's twice as big as me. Well, don't ask me to go downtown. I won't come back alive. Not only is that mother bitch.
The song's hitting for me. It's funky as fuck, but I am fully realizing that that's just an acoustic guitar that I'm hearing. It's just like a finger plucked acoustic going. So we solved that together.
He packs a 45. Bio, Delia said, just give me a gun. He shot my Billy dead. Now I'm gonna see him hung. She waded to the Lions Club through Billy the Lion's blood. Stepped up to Stagger Lee at the bar, said, buy me a gin fizz love.
I always mistook that line. I always thought it said, buy me a gin fizz luck. I thought that was a drink. And no, it's a gin fizz love. But yeah, so there's some cool stuff in here. There's we got ragtimey piano going on. Like it sounds like you know those self-playing pianos in like a Western? That box standing piano that plays itself. And I think they purposefully were leaning into that tone and style there to get that Western feel, you know. It's like you get this little walk-in feel, feels old, dirty. So we got all that coming in here. Another thing about the movements that I always say is like, I look at this from, you know, I might mainly make hip hop, right? And so coming from how you map out like a average hip hop song, this would be a nightmare to map out. They were just playing, so the engineer in this scenario would just be recording. But imagine having to map all these movements, time signatures, the weird changes, the chromatic step downs. Like it'd be a nightmare if you're starting from where I start trying to make music. But then being on instruments, of course, made it a little easier to move around and flow into however you're feeling that the tempo should be and things like that, you know.
As Stagger Lee lit a cigarette, she shot him in the bones.
Ooh, okay, so that line I can neither confirm nor deny whether the story that this is based on there was any ball shooting. That one may have been added for a comedic effect, or it could have just not been mentioned in what I was reading. I really don't know. But it also made me think, you know, how we talked about the Disco Biscuits and Fish and how they lean into these like really specific moments in time on top of kind of being goofy and funny. And it really made me think like, this is definitely like the Disco Biscuits' favorite Grateful Dead song, right? It's talking about balls. It's got these goofy tones. And like, I think it's tried and true for what they're trying to get out of their music, you know?
Go for her, if I her, had him Jake to sit home. Bye-yo, see you hanging high. He shot my Billy dead, and now he's got to die. Delia, when I walk in,
See that little change. Weird.
A three-piece band on the
kind of started a little shuffle.
Nearer my God to be. But Delia whistled a different tune. What tune could it be? The song that woman sung was Look Out, Stagger Lee. The song that Delia sung was Look Out, Stagger Lee. The song that woman sung. Does
that imply that at the time that this happened, like that there was already a song about Stagger Lee? I never really thought about that. I think it's maybe that she's just singing it She's speaking.
Looking for high quality stock footage.
Nope, bitch, get the fuck out of here, my beesh. But just never thought about that there was already a song inside of the song there, which is weird. But it's a funny, odd little tune. Like, I love this one live, but the studio one is strange. And again, I get a little Fish vibe too, like that. They love that Y clav, you know. So there's a lot of good elements in this. This was a little different here. I wanted to start looking at Shakedown. I need to get in some of their disco stuff. We need to I want to start doing eras, you know. Maybe we can jump around a little more. But let me know what you think. Let me know if there's one you want to do. If you have any more info on this song, if you got some corrections, I'm sure you do. And let me know. Let me know what we're going to do next. And so this has been your hot take. And make sure to check out everything else we do. Check out our Patreon. We're doing new shit all the time. We got a game show on there called Hot Shit, which is us reviewing new music videos from the week. And we dive deeper into Grateful Dead lyrics. We've got an extra podcast. We watch movies with you guys. We do a bunch of shit. So get on over to our Patreon and make sure to check out Real Bird, our apparel. Not wearing it now, but will be soon. And it's a cult, baby. Check that shit out. And as always, make sure to check out me on Spotify, Kushing. And and Davey's putting out more stuff too. He'll be doing some collabs with me soon. So we'll get some Davey Kalish on that bitch, and we're going to do it right. Love y'all, and I will see you soon.